for a melee support. Corki will be the ban by SK Telecom. Don't want that in the hands of Pawn in the matchup versus what is likely going to be the Galio.
This is Deft saying, hey, you playing Kog'Maw in a future game? Just flashing it around there. Kog'Maw, I think, will be a pick sometime in this series. Will be Smeb going on to the Cho'Gath. He's not sure who he's facing. Could be Maokai, could be Galio. Could be a third pick as well, and Cho'Gath does have the sustain to get through most lanes.
But with the self-ban on the Trundle there from SK Telecom, could put them in a bit of a bind as far as that top lane matchup is concerned. Seems like it's going to be the J4. Could always be the exchange with the Maokai up in the top and the J4 in the jungle.
There's a special name for this comp from SKT. It's the Screw You Kalista comp. We're all jumping on your face as fast as possible. That is the ultimate entrance comp here. The Galio launching in, whether it's the flag and drag or the targeted engage from the Maokai. So definitely some headaches for Glisten. Okay, Gangplank locked in. Gangplank buffed on this patch. An old counter pick to the Shen in the top lane, but it's been great against the tanks. It's an old favorite of Smeb, and those 2 HP memes were made around a cannon barrage, Kilios.
Yeah, they were, but it's going to be Pawn looking like here in the mid lane. The mid lane, Cho'Gath, I guess, maybe not hitting that that point where Pawn feels it's viable enough. They do have 15 seconds if they want to swap this around, but it seems like we're going to be seeing GP in mid.
Let's wait and see, because you could see Cho into Galio just to feast him when the damage reduction is happening. Smeb is the more famous Gangplank player. Waiting to 20 seconds, it will be Pawn, interestingly, on the Gangplank. Mid lane Gangplank in Korea is almost a relic of GBM playing on Jin Air during their Worlds qualifier run in 2015, about 2 years ago.
You're not going to connect, but the Flash Body Slam comes through. That's going to be a red buff slow up. Nice Arcane Smash will knock them back, but Antara might still be going down. A couple more hits will do it, and they can go ahead and chase in underneath the turret.
Turn around.
Pops him to the side, score. Will get the first blood, but he's going to pay for it with his life.
The teleport's down for Antara, so it still ends up being a good trade for the side of KT Rolster because they'll lose significant minions to the turret. Investment of time, though. Nice turnaround from Antara, the first for the Drake.
Well, they have the Ren stacks here. Pinch starting to come through. TP back into the middle of the lane from Faker. Will be arriving and doesn't have the hero's entrance. KT starting to get pushed off as Antara will also be arriving. Now we're going to be seeing Smeb joining in the fray here as the play comes down. Big taunt landing from Faker. Nature's Grasp going to go ahead. Going to run them all over, but Mana's actually going to get the kill in the end with the Ignite while he was devoured.
Drake's not even dead.
Right, yeah, Drake has not gone down yet. Will go ahead and reset as the stacks start coming through. Mana yet again with another play, now in onto Antara. Ren comes through, but no, it's going to be Smeb scooping up the kill with the feast, and Mountain Drake goes over to KT in the end. 2,000 gold in the lead. A couple more kills here for them. Let's see what they take next.
A catastrophe in base again.
He flag and drags in. TP's going to be coming through here from Antara. We will see that dragon going over. Now Peanut knocked to the side, gets taken out despite the hero's entrance coming through from Faker. Massive roots coming down from the Nature's Grasp, but now Antara going to be in a spot of bother. The box will not clip him. He'll get slowed up by the Ren into the hook. He goes down as Pawn finds the kill. 5-1 KT with another Drake.
SKT's shot calling is really off in this series because second time that Faker goes back to base and then teleports in, which already is going to be a more risky way to pull things off. And then everyone kind of evacuates ship in different directions. They can channel the Rift Herald. They get the Drake again. It feels like specifically around Peanut and Faker, who have so much initiation between the two of them.
Will do so now from the bottom lane, but he's not going to be arriving in time to stop the Baron from going down. The feast is there, rather, from Smeb to go ahead and confirm that one. Nature Scraps.
SKT want to fight.
Rolling through, and Tara goes in. An advance down in on the score, but now he's isolated. Hero's entrance will help keep him alive for the moment as Faker gets a decent little pop-up. Couple members taunted in as Smeb goes low. Can this be the turnaround that SKT desperately needs? Smeb will go down. So far, nobody else on the side of KT has been taken out, but scores on the wrong side of the map. Missile Voyage coming through, not quite the right angle, but Peanut's there to slow him up with the Aegis. It seems like Score might just be dying in this one.
He's the fastest man in the West. He'll get out.
Yeah, he's got the wraparound. TP's going to be committed here by Faker.
And you get the coverage from Pawn and the Supermans. They have to cancel it. The great escape for the Gragas.
I mean, you trade Cho'Gath's life for the TP away from Faker. Both TPs used on the side of SK Telecom, and they have the Baron on 4 members. KT Rolster pretty much winning out in every single regard. They're going to get another Dragon yet again. Double Mountain Drake going over to them.
And SKT just thought that was their moment. They understood that, okay, this is the time. We're going to chase down the kills. We got the one onto the Cho'Gath. KT still had flashes up on many members. They still have flash up on 4. Score was the only one that had to use his. The positioning wasn't great. They got the buff. They respect the fact that SKT could come in shopped. We're going to see the replay Just the CC is enough interrupt from Peanut, who could have tried to flash over the wall in a different game. After a different game one, maybe even, Peanut would have tried there. But the CC from just the hook was enough. They back away. The rest of the members of KT that are not Smeb have a zoning ultimate to ensure their safety, but they just give Smeb over and understand that they don't need to make an emergency play to keep him alive.
And score with a great escape, so holding on.
Inhibitor line to make the big plays.
They're looking for this turret here in the top lane. Hook comes down, Flay down onto Antara. Box not quite going to clip him. The Devourer is there, but Wolf gets popped back, has to flash away. And Faker has to Justice punch his way out of there. Looking for the taunt in, does connect it on the Deft.
Not convincing Smeb to join the fight.
A little bit of damage, but now the Cannon Barrage coming down.
Whoa.
And Wolf doesn't even get a chance to pop the shield. He just dies. Faker now dragged back in. Does land the 4-man taunt, but it might just be a taunt as he gets ready to go down. A couple more shots. We'll finish him off as Deft picks up yet another kill, and now that is going to be it. That's going to be the inhibitors.
And it was 4v5 as well. Cho'Gath didn't even feel pressure enough to teleport. Most people would teleport just to celebrate, but he just stayed bot lane, kept pushing. They take the inhibitor, and they don't even need to make a tough play around an inhibitor turret, because they have 2 dead.
Yeah, and now we can just go ahead, push, cut straight down through the base, take a second one. It's 25 seconds left for Faker to come up. Wolf up in 1. KT likely going to be happy with this. Wave not really in a great spot.
Pop Stone Plate feels like a cheat code when you have 8,000 HP to tank up a turret. Waiting for them. They're waiting for their minion waves to get into spot. But Smeb, he's being engaged on, but I use that term very lightly. Air quotes there.
Slow siege onto the tower here. They'll be taking it down. Antara throwing out the Nature's Grasp. They have plenty of time to dodge around this one in the meantime. Cataclysm coming through from Peanut, but he's locked in there with Smeb, and he's going to get taken out. As the feast comes through, Faker into the back, lands a taunt onto absolutely everybody, but now he's got nowhere to go, no supporting cast, as Antara will get taken down. Wolf as well, not going to be able to offer up any of those Devours. Faker doing his best, taunting everybody, but it's to the very end as he and the rest of his team will die. Bang, the last one to fall, and in 31 minutes, KT Rolster are moving to match point. The 3-0 dream is real, but do not get excited yet again. There's one more potentially to go, or do we see it? The recreation from last year, Papa Smithy. It was the other way around. It was SK Telecom 2-0 up. KT Rolster pulled off the reverse sweep. Can SKT do it here a year later?
The KT Rolster roller coaster. Remember, Rolster actually stands for roller coaster. It's literally going up the highest possible bend. All they want is to drop down to actually take the series and move on to the grand final. But like you say, Achilles, there is a bit of a mirror effect happening. It was SKT looking as imperious as KT do today. 2-0 up a year ago in the semifinal, and there the reverse sweep happened. But SKT have never had to reverse sweep KT Rolster in a best of 5 since 2013. It's been that long since that had to happen. That was the famous Ryu versus Faker play that will never be forgotten. But here today, you cannot deny that KT Rolster have shown new stuff. They have been smart. They have drafted comps that are difficult to execute. They had a terrible siege, but it never mattered here because their target selection was great. The innovation of the Gangplank mid lane to control space worked a treat. And KT Rolster have answered SKT's opening salvos, punished them, and are now 1 game away from facing Longzhu Gaming in the grand final.
I mean, you talk about all the things that you had prepared that you think that KT would have to ban about SKT, but the list is just getting longer now for what SKT has to worry about on the side of KT Rolster. The Thresh has made it through the Callista yet again, and they